Hello class, I'm back here on this video to talk to you about your progress in writing. So far I'm sure you have consolidated a topic and you're well organized and you have found enough sources for you to begin drafting your research paper. In the meantime, I have uploaded links and materials for you on this 13th module 13, week 13. Please go over the links, read them. They are very helpful to you. And if you have any questions on any of them, please let me know. I've also put a link there that says the types of sources or the different types of sources. They are very important. It's very important for you to know the difference between one source to another. Scholarly sources, sources for public consumption, sources that are more specific, such as professional, government sources. I mean, those sources are the different materials that you can borrow from and integrate them in a writing. So at this stage, when you are working on a proposal and you have submitted a proposal, so I am reading them and I'm going to be giving you feedback. Your proposal will develop into your first draft of the research paper. So your proposal is actually a smaller version of your research paper, so it will have almost everything your research paper will have, starting from the research question. Research question is, as I have told you before, is the center of your research. So keep in mind at all times the research question. Right? When you're reading materials, when you're trying to select materials, when you're trying to select courses, the sources, and when you are writing the analysis of the sources for further discussions and for the interpretations, keep in mind the research question. Your sources, your materials, your discussions, your analysis should all respond to the research question or the research questions. Articulate a research question as clearly as possible. It will help you keep yourselves on track. So you do not deviate, you do not go elsewhere. It's very important to stay within the guidelines. Research writing requires precision and being to the point and being very specific. So that way you will be able to address your audience in the way that would be effective for you. I have also posted sample research papers. They come directly from mla.org. And these samples will help you in formatting part. Formatting is very important. Do not ignore formatting. I have put the guidelines for you there. You can go to the research, writing, and documentation folder on your Blackboard. Click it and you will see various links that will directly take you to the websites which will explain you how to format a paper. Some sample formats are also given there for you. Summary formats are also given there for you. They will guide you, help you in structuring a paper, formatting a paper, making sure your paper meets all MLA guidelines. And besides, I'm available for you. You can text me, you can write to me using the Blackboard system message board or email me directly, whichever way is convenient to you. I will also be available on Zoom to talk to you, so we can have face-to-face, one-on-one, or maybe you can form a group and we can just talk as a group for you. So we are coming to the end of the semester. We have only one big assignment left, and we'll be all done, and we'll be free for happy holidays, happy Christmas, and all that. So please let's focus on this assignment and get it all done. It's a very, very important assignment, and it's a very, very easy assignment. If we work together, then it'll be very easy. You have done a lot so far this semester, and all your learning from in your paper 1, 2, 3 will be useful in accomplishing the assignment. So do not worry too much. Let's be organized. Let's plan well. Let's follow the research guidelines, research process, writing process that go hand in hand, hand in hand. Now, let's look at what we have accomplished so far. According to your syllabus, I'm just going by syllabus, we wrote the paper 1, which was rhetorical analysis, worth 10 points, and paper 2 was persuasive paper that was 10 points, and paper 3 was your critical analysis that was 10 points. Altogether 30 points for the 3 papers, which are basically skills are built up one upon another. So first paper helped you in writing your paper 2, and paper 2, what you earned in paper 2 as skills helped you in writing your paper 3, that was a critical analysis. Now we are ready for a higher level of writing, which is research writing, which is what we are doing. Your paper 4 is your research writing. So in your research writing, we wanted to look at research writing and then split it in two sections. First is write your proposal after we go over the topics, and we went over the topics in terms of how we can make the topic specific, appropriate, and good. And then we are now going to be writing a paper 4. Paper 4 will be a development of your paper, your proposal. So your proposal is due by November 11, which is an extended deadline, and your paper 4, after you go over and revise it and then expand it and integrate sources, incorporate sources, and fulfill all requirements. So we want to be done before Thanksgiving by November 22nd. Please meet these deadlines, especially meet the deadline for the proposal so I can give you feedback in time. And any changes you may need, you can always do that. Anyway, I'm going to come back to the topic and the research questions and then the format for the proposal in a little bit. But before this, let me finish up with the assignments that we have, so we can add them all up as your total assignment, right? Quizzes, they are worth 15 points altogether. Each quiz is supposed to be 2.5 points, and you've been attempting quizzes, and I believe we have attempted 6 quizzes. If you attempted 6 quizzes and you scored as much as you wanted to, then you don't have to attempt any more quizzes. But I may add 2 more quizzes which will be extra for you. So we did quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3, quiz 4, quiz 5, and quiz 6. Now 7 and 8 will be extra quizzes for you. Now, so far we've completed almost all assignments. Now you also have 10 points for participation. So please participate in the discussion board. Discussion board is open for you, but older discussion boards may close. So you might want to submit the discussions when they are available. The participation 10 points you earn based on discussions and also submissions. If you submit all assignments, you get full grade. If you miss assignments, first of all, you don't get grade on that assignment, and number two, you will also lose the participation grade, because I want to make sure that you keep track of the work. Now, another assignment you have is the journal. We did journal 1 and journal 2. Altogether for all journals, 3 journals, you have 15 points. So the first journal and the second journal we already did, and each of them were 5 points. Now we have a third journal. And for third journal, instead of writing the summaries of what you have read, what I want you to do is to write a reflection of the research writing, of the research paper. So first of all, I want you to do the research paper smoothly until November 22nd. Do not worry about this journal 3. We still have December. So after your paper is done, after your final paper is done, your research paper is done, we will do journal 3, which will be your reflection. And that reflection is basically how you learned and what you learned and how you conducted research and all that. So all together we will have, I believe, if you add all those points, it'll be 100 points for you for the semester. Now let me talk about your research proposal. This is the starting point of your research. So you have your topic and a research question consolidated, revised, well worded, well phrased, and then you start your research proposal. So you have the guidelines and you work on the guidelines, follow everything that the guideline has, starting with the title of the assignment, the title of the paper, very well articulate and clear. And then write down your research question, your topic and research questions, your topic and research question, basically. It should be very much well connected. And the research question or questions, you may have questions, they must be well articulated. And make sure the research question follows the guidelines, which is basically the research guidelines. They intend to find something that is worth finding, that's worth researching. A topic that's interesting to you, a topic that is researchable, a topic that is not too broad, and a topic which, or the research questions which want to explore things that few people know about, not many people know about. And the topic should be such that you know a lot about and you want to know more about it. Make sure, is it interesting? Is it researchable? Do you know a lot about it already? Yes, you need to know a lot about it already. That's where you start a research from. And make sure your topic is not highly discipline specific, such as chemistry or physics or medicine or things like those. And my advice to you is that try to make a connection of the research that you are conducting with your personal observation, personal life, and what you know about. So that's the way to make your research paper a solid research paper. Examine and re-examine, view and review, revise as many times as possible. Share your topic and research questions with your classmates and with me, and try to get as much feedback as possible. Not all topics are good. Not all research questions are real research questions. This is what I wrote on the whiteboard in my classroom, and I just took a picture of it and uploaded here for you. So these are some of the ways which will help you examine and evaluate your research question and your topic and your proposal. Follow the outline that has been given to you as a prompt for the proposal. The formatting should be perfect. Any questions regarding formatting, I'll be very happy to address one-on-one, or if you want to form a group, yes, in group with you. So pick an interesting topic, make sure it's researchable, that invites research, that demands research, that needs to be explored. Pick a topic that you already know a lot about so that you can write from your observation and experience. Make sure it's not too highly discipline specific, because that will require you lengthy training, lengthy educational background, and so forth, which we do not have at this moment. And then connect it to experience, connect it to your life. So these are the ways to look at them. So I have topics here which I'm going to just work with you and see that if those topics and the research questions are good. It's very important for us to make sure that our topic and research questions are straight and good even after you have written a proposal already. You keep reviewing, keep examining and re-examining and rephrasing them, rewording them, substituting words with better words. Your topics would have to be a phrase, not just one word, but a phrase that articulates clearly what you are exploring. And a research question is drawn from there. A research question would be a complete sentence, but a topic doesn't have to be a complete sentence. I strongly advise you actually not to make it a complete sentence, because a lengthy topic might be boring or might not fit in the little space you have. So do not, a topic should not have, a title of the paper should not have more than a line, right? It should be smaller than a line. Anyway, now I have some topics and research questions. Let's examine them. Here's a topic voting, and research question, why is it important to vote? How would you look at it? I find this voting is just one word here by itself, so you may have to spell it out, right? Have it at least 4 or 5 words in the minimum. It's not as specific, it's too broad. And now the question here, research question, why is it important to vote? I think it's too simple, right? I mean, anybody can answer this, right? So I believe this topic might need to be rephrased, and the question also might need to be researchable. It is not researchable. So you might want to say, why is it important to vote? Okay, so you can talk about the election, 2024 election that just happened, right? Something related to the election, right? To find out what questions you may have about the election. There's so many things that are not answered, and it's the right time for you to go and explore. Yes, right? But why is it important to vote is too simple, right? It's like, asking, why is it important to eat? Why is it important to go to school? And so forth. So this topic needs some more work. Now, here's another topic. stand your ground laws and racial bias. I think it's much more spelled out. And the research question is, does racial bias keep African Americans from being able to exercise their ability to defend themselves? Good. You may have to give a geographical context, for example, in the United States, and also maybe a chronological context. For example, what year are you talking about? In 2020 or 30 years back, 50 years back? I mean, it refers to a certain time frame, so that might make it more, specific and practical. I'm going over a series of topics here and examine them, so we'll learn to make sure how topics work and how specific they need to be. Okay, here's another one. The topic is how social media shapes self-identity in Generation Z. Sounds good, right? How does the portrayal of idealized lifestyles on social media impact Generation Z's mental health and self-esteem? Good, good. This is a good topic, right? It's clear, it's well articulate, it's specific, right? It's relevant, right? All those. The only thing that you might want to add is, again, geographical and chronological context. For example, in the United States, right? And when you say Generation Z, definitely there is a chronological aspect already here, which is today's Generation Z, right? Now let's go for another topic along the same line. Now the next topic here is mental health within the Black community. Why is mental health seen as a phase? I think the research question is good enough, but the topic mental health is too broad. It's just two words here. This needs to be spelled out well. So you might want to work on it. This might need work, right? Now let's go for one more topic here. Topic internships. Research question: What difference does paid versus unpaid internships make for college students? Like the one before, this is broad because internships is just one word here for the title of the paper. What difference does paid versus unpaid internships make for college students? I believe there are many things that are very simple here to answer. It needs a geographical context and chronological context, when you're talking about and where you're talking about, and definitely it's United States, I believe, but anyway, this needs to be clear and articulate. So make sure your topic is researchable. One more time, it invites research, worth researching, and it's narrow enough, right? Those parameters which we discussed earlier to make sure your topic is the right topic. If your topic is right, if your topic is appropriate, your research will be feasible and practical and possible. If not, then you may have to go through some kind of writer's block. You may not be able to get through and be successful. Anyway, keep working on the proposal and keep building it, keep expanding it, because your proposal is the one that will develop. That's the one that will develop into your draft. The next phase that you are working on is your draft. Integrate the sources. You have to have the intake citations and the list of works cited or the references. citing them appropriately and correctly. The guidelines are already provided to you. If you have any questions regarding the guidelines, let me know. I'll be very happy to work with you one-on-one through Zoom or in my office during my office hours. Whether you follow an APA or an MLA is your choice, but make sure you are consistent. Make sure you know which one you are following. And if you need my help in making sure your sources are consistent one way or another, MLA, all MLA, or APA, all APA, do not mix them. Do not mix. Don't do that. Don't mix MLA, APA, MLA, APA that way. One or the other only. And make sure you know the basic characteristics of the MLA citations and APA citations so that you would not be confused about them. Anyway, thanks a lot for listening to me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.